Hi everyone, today I'm back in the kitchen. I'm working on 3 different recipes that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to in the description put the time of the video where each one is so that you can skip ahead to the one you're looking for. Today we're going to be making an allergy rollerball, a garden bug spray, and what we call a healing salve. Let's start with the allergy rollerball. When we first moved to Missouri, there were lots of new environmental allergies that we hadn't been exposed to before. And my older daughter, Leslie, she suffers from allergies more than the rest of us do typically. And we moved here, it was just incredibly awful for her. She just was like stuffed up, really congested all the time. Her throat would hurt from the drainage. Her stomach would feel nauseated. And my friend in California sent us this allergy rollerball made with essential oils that works amazingly. And before I get started, I do want to say I'm not affiliated with any of the products that we're using today. I'm not selling anything. For the things that I did find on Amazon, we'll put links in the description down below. Those will be affiliate links, but I'm not trying to get you signed up with any particular oil company. I would just say do your research, make sure you go with a reputable one. Today the oils I'm going to be using are from Arbonne, but Young Living is good, doTERRA is good. Use whatever one works for you and your budget and has good quality oils. So the first thing you're going to need is these little roller balls and roller bottles I guess, and they come not assembled, so I will just come over there and show you each part. This is a 10 milliliter bottle, and I chose blue. You should get a blue or the amber colored ones or any of the dark colored bottles, because if it's clear, the sunlight can degrade the oils more quickly, so make sure that you get a dark colored bottle. This is what the rollerball cap looks like, and it will just roll right onto your skin like that once you insert it into the bottle. And this is a screw-on cap. I tried looking for these bottles at our local hobby craft stores and was not able to find them in store, so I did order these from Amazon. We'll put an affiliate link to that in the description down below. Another item that you're going to need is a carrier oil. The essential oils are strong, they're very potent, and you don't need very much of them, and you don't necessarily want to apply them directly to your skin. Mixing them with a carrier oil will help it last longer, for one, because you're going to use a lot more of this than you are of the essential oils, and it also helps dilute it a little bit so it's not too potent to go straight on your skin. I'm following a recipe I found online, and I'll have a link to that in the description as well. The carrier oil that I chose to use today is fractionated coconut oil, not only because it makes a good carrier oil, but it's also a good oil to use on your skin. I'm going to start by filling the bottle with the carrier oil. I'm going to get my glasses so that I can see the drops to count. Today we're going to be using 3 essential oils: lavender, lemon, and peppermint. And the amounts are going to be 15 drops, 10 drops, and 5 drops. This combination really works so well for allergies, you guys. I'm telling you, it has been a lifesaver for our family. It does smell incredible, you guys. I'm actually going to be sending one of these to another YouTuber. It's a surprise. Since she has moved to Missouri, her allergies have been off the charts, so I'm really hoping that this will help her the way that it has helped us. Stop. You can't be like through the whole video. Should we go lay down? Oh, you got it, stop.
Not it. Did y'all see that, people? Not it works.
The second recipe that I'm going to be making today is for the garden. I got this from Jess at Roots and Refuge. She posted it on her Facebook page. When I started out my garden this year, I planted corn and squash varieties, some pumpkin, some butternut squash, And before maybe the squash was like a week or two old, I mean the plants were like about 6 inches all the way, like all the leaves and everything. And the squash bugs just decimated them, every single one that I had planted. I was really disappointed and not sure what I was going to do, but I knew I needed to do something. And about that same time, Jess posted this on her Facebook page, and it's actually super simple. 16 ounces of water and 20 drops of peppermint oil. And my sprayer is a 20 ounce bottle, so I'm gonna do 25 drops. I've been putting this on my new little baby squash plants, and I do it every evening at dusk, and then if it rains I do it after the rain dries off. And I have had no issues yet with squash bugs. It is my first season using this formula, and so stay posted because I will be talking about it in further videos and let you know if it worked throughout the whole life of the plant. The next recipe I'm going to be making today is a healing salve. This one is a little bit more complicated, but it's not difficult. It just has a few more ingredients and a few more steps to it. This salve is going to include olive oil, comfrey, plantain, rosemary, calendula flowers, and yarrow. And all of those ingredients should be dried. Comfrey is an amazing plant with healing properties. It's known as the knitting plant. It has been used in poultices and in salves and things of that nature for years and years. People say that it can even heal bruises, sprains, broken bones will heal more quickly. They attribute lots of things to it. This recipe begins with 2 cups of olive oil, and the amounts of the herbs are going to be listed in the description down below. You just want to strain them out really good so that you can use the olive oil. You can use a cheesecloth or any other kind of strainer that you have. While these are dripping, I'm going to get the beeswax melting in the pot. I'm going to start with a half a cup of beeswax. You can order it online. You can buy it locally. This is wax actually from our own hives. So that's kind of fun that products that we grow and harvest here on the homestead are being put back into products that we use on our own body. There are 2 methods for infusing your olive oil with the different herbs that go in this recipe. The first way that I've done before is to get a jar and put your herbs and your olive oil in a jar and then just stick it in a dark, warm place for a few weeks, and it'll just naturally infuse. If you're in a little bit more of a hurry, like I am today, then you can use a double boiler. This smells really good. It doesn't smell very olive oily. It's pleasant. It's not overly flowery, but it's not really like spicy herbs either. It's just this nice, pleasant, mild scent. I'm going to add the beeswax to the olive oil infusion, and this will help it solidify and get that salve texture. That must have cooled a bit. As soon as I started pouring the beeswax into the olive oil, the beeswax started solidifying instead of combining with the olive oil. I guess the olive oil had cooled too much, and then I remembered what I was supposed to do. What I should have done is strain out the herbs out of the olive oil, return the olive oil to the double boiler, and then put in the hard beeswax in there and let the beeswax melt, let it all mix thoroughly, and then pour it into the jars. So right now I have everything back on the stove, and I think it's about ready. We'll bring it over and we'll put it in the jars. One of the recipes called for a couple tablespoons of plantain and comfrey. The other one called for a half cup of each, and in this case I think the more the better, so I went with the larger amount. I think that's really all there is to it. Let's get the lids on. Well, there you have it. 3 pretty easy recipes for making items that are going to be useful for your health and for your garden. Which of these are you most excited to make? Which one do you think would benefit you the most? If you have any questions or comments, be sure and leave them down below because I will get back to you as soon as I can. I was not always crafty and interested in being natural and homeopathic and stuff, but if I can do this, you can do this. Thanks for watching. See you next time the rooster crows.